St. Thomas Aquinas, the mind that united faith and reason. What if someone told you that you don't have to choose between being faithful and being smart? That asking deep questions about life, God, morality, and science doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong. That's exactly what St. Thomas Aquinas taught. He lived in the 1200s, but his legacy still impacts philosophy, theology, and education today. Why? Because he believed that truth is one, and that both your heart and your mind were made to seek it. In an age when opinions are louder than facts and people are pressured to choose between science and religion, Aquinas stands out as a guide for young people who want to be both devout and deeply intelligent. He didn't just memorize faith, he understood it, he questioned it, he wrestled with it, and he emerged with one of the clearest, most powerful systems of thought the world has ever seen. Who was St. Thomas Aquinas? Born in 1225 to a wealthy family in Italy, Thomas was expected to become a powerful political figure. But from a young age, he was drawn to something deeper, the life of study, prayer, and truth. When he decided to join the Dominican order, a group of friars known for poverty and preaching, his family was furious. They even locked him in a tower to try to change his mind. But Thomas didn't bend. Instead, he committed his life to God and to understanding the faith through reason. He went on to write books that shaped the very foundation of Catholic thought, especially his masterpiece, the Summa Theologica. It's one of the most ambitious intellectual projects in history, answering hundreds of the hardest questions about life, God, morality, and human purpose. What can you learn from St. Thomas Aquinas? Aquinas doesn't just belong in seminaries or history books. His way of thinking and living holds the key to thriving in today's world, where truth is often twisted and people are told to either just believe or just think. Here's how you can bring his wisdom into your own life. Ask big questions and seek real answers. Aquinas wasn't afraid to ask the biggest questions. Does God exist? Can we prove it? Why do we suffer? What is the purpose of life? He didn't settle for vague answers or emotional slogans. He searched, studied, and reasoned his way to truth. He believed the mind was a gift from God, meant to be used boldly and humbly. You're allowed to ask hard questions. In fact, you should. The key is to pursue answers, not just opinions. Think deeply. Read wisely, pray sincerely. Don't hide from your questions, let them fuel your growth. Faith and reason work together. One of Aquinas' greatest contributions was showing that faith and reason are not enemies, they're allies. He taught that truth can never contradict truth. So if something is truly scientific, logical, or observable, it will ultimately point back to the Creator who made everything. This means you don't have to pick between your Bible and your brain. You don't have to mute your faith to sound smart. You can love God and love learning. In fact, the more you understand the universe, the more awe you'll have for the one who designed it. So keep your faith, sharpen your intellect, let them grow together. Live for higher things. Aquinas believed the goal of life isn't comfort, fame, or pleasure. It's eternal joy in God. He said that every desire we have, whether for love, beauty, justice, or purpose, is ultimately a desire for God. But too often, we settle for less. We chase thrills, distractions, and shallow approval. Aquinas challenges you to aim higher, to live for something that lasts, to let your heart hunger for truth and your soul reach toward heaven. The most successful life isn't the one with the most likes. It's the one rooted in truth and ordered toward eternity. Humility is the key to greatness. Despite being one of the smartest people who ever lived, Aquinas was known for his humility. He never used his intelligence to show off. He used it to serve, to teach, and to worship. Near the end of his life, After having mystical experiences with God, Aquinas stopped writing. He said, "All that I have written seems like straw compared to what I have seen." No matter how much you achieve, how many degrees or talents you have, never forget, the ultimate goal is not knowledge, it's love. Humble yourself and you'll rise. Why this matters today. We live in a culture full of noise, where shallow debates replace deep thought, and people are told that being religious is outdated or that having questions means you've lost your faith. Aquinas offers a different path, one of confidence, clarity, and courage. He shows you that the best life is the one where your heart burns for God and your mind thirsts for truth, where you don't hide from the hard questions, but rise to meet them with wisdom, prayer, and humility. So be like Aquinas. Think clearly, live purely, seek truth relentlessly, and never stop aiming for heaven.